Hey guys, Michael here, and I'm back to talk bricks. Today we're talking This Week in Bonus LEGO News, where every Saturday I bring you the LEGO stories you need to know. We've got another insane week with the reveal of the LEGO Looney Tunes collectible minifigures, huge set reveals from LEGO Batman and LEGO Spider-Man, crazy Marvel rumors, and a buildable LEGO Adidas shoe, and what's going on with LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. And I'll kick off another round of the weekly giveaway. Just subscribe and leave a comment about this week's news. And of course, I'm back with LEGO deals from Amazon and across the web, so if you want to pick anything up to support the channel, there's links in the description below. First up, over at Target, today's the last day you can get a $10 gift card with your purchase of $50 of select LEGO sets, and there's even a bunch of sets on sale, which makes it even better. And over at Amazon, you can get $10 off your $50 purchase of select sets, but there's not quite as many sets. Next, LEGO Super Mario Starter Course is 20% off, and you can save 20% off the LEGO Ideas Central Perk, LEGO Yoda set, and even more on the Dio set with coupons. Over at Best Buy, you can save 20% off the LEGO Art sets, as well as the brand new Harry Potter Classroom sets, which Amazon is actually price matching. Next, back over at LEGO Ideas Treehouse is back in stock, and the Winnie the Pooh set is on back order. And if you want to pick up any of these deals and support the channel, I have links to these and more in the description below. Next up, over at Brickset, we got our first look at the Looney Tunes collectible minifigures. One of their members, Shima55, was able to purchase a whole box of them at their local independent retailer. And while it looks like they paid $6 a pack, I don't anticipate a price increase for this one. Finally, getting a look at all of these characters in LEGO minifigure form is just amazing, and I really like how these turned out. At the center here, we've got Bugs and Lola Bunny, and Bugs' custom head has just enormous ears, but I really love all the detailed printing all over Lola. On the left-hand side, we've got Sylvester, Tweety Bird, and Speedy Gonzales, and again, great custom molds all around, and I especially love the printed cheese wedge pieces. On the right, we've got the iconic Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and Petunia Pig, and while the prints for these are quite simple, the accessories are pretty great. Next up, we've got Wile Coyote and the Roadrunner, and they each feature tail pieces, with the Roadrunners being brand new. And finally, we've got Tasmanian Devil and Marvin the Martian, again with great new molds and a ton of accessories. While certainly some of these characters translate a little better into minifigure form than others, I'm just so excited to get any of them as minifigures. And while we don't have the official release date, I'm guessing it'll come end of this month or May 1st. And the good news is, unlike LEGO Video, these should be coming in the standard polybag packaging and should come in smaller cases of 36. And I definitely can't wait to get my hands on these. And speaking of things coming soon, we got the reveal of a couple more LEGO Batman and LEGO Spider-Man sets that are coming out at the end of this month. First up, we've got the Batman Classic TV series Batmobile. This set contains 345 pieces and retails for $30. The build, of course, depicts the iconic version of the Batmobile from the 1966 TV series. And while we've gotten a version of this before, it definitely benefits from some of the newer pieces that have come out since the last version was released in the classic TV series Batcave. The trunk opens up at the back, and there's some stud shooters at the front, though it does come with some alternative pieces if you want to take the stud shooters off for a more streamlined look. And it's awesome that they had the adult collector in mind with this really nice display stand with that plaque, which is just like the one we got in the mini Batmobile promo set that came out with the 1989 Batmobile. And I just hope that we get more classic Batmobiles in this collection. This set includes 2 minifigures, and both of these minifigures feature updated designs from the previous versions, which both look pretty nice. But sadly, missing from the set is the 66 version of Robin. But overall, I'm super excited for this one. Next, we've got the Batman vs. the Joker Batmobile Chase set from the 4+ line, which contains 136 pieces and will retail for $30. While this is a 4+ set, I think this is maybe one of the better ones that have come out in a while. Here we can see the Batmobile, which looks a little bit chunky, but has a great printed piece at the front. And Joker's vehicle also looks great with the big engine, bold colors, and that awesome 2-seater design. There's also a small bank build with some nice printed pieces, some accessories, and even a skateboard for Batgirl. And speaking of minifigures, there are 3 minifigures included, and while none are exclusive, it's great to get that awesome Batgirl that was exclusive to the much more expensive mobile Bat-Base set. So overall, it's a pretty solid 4+ set. And the final Spring Batman set is the Batman Cowl set we talked about in last week's video, which still looks pretty good, and is actually available for pre-order on LEGO's website now, so if you want to check out that or any of the other sets, there's links in the description below. Next up from Spider-Man, we've got the Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus mech battle set. This set contains 305 pieces and retails for $20. This set continues the Marvel mech line and is the first one to feature 2 mechs in a single set. Dr. Octopus's mech is one of my favorites yet, as it has a more bulked out design and those awesome 4 tentacle arms, and its color scheme reminds me of the tentacle trap mech that we got for him in a previous set. The Spider-Man mech's a little bit more slimmed down with a nice design on the torso, and it's surprisingly quite different than the one we got previously. This set includes 2 minifigures, and while neither are exclusive to the set, it's great to get dual molded legs on Spider-Man, and this set's a much cheaper way to get that new Dr. Octopus figure from the Spider-Man Monster Truck set, and I think this one turned out nice. Next, we finally got our look at the buildable helmet figure for Venom. This set contains 565 pieces and will retail for $60. The design for Venom is almost identical to the one for Carnage, but of course, it looks quite menacing in black, and I love the details for the teeth, gums, and tongue. This one makes a pretty menacing display, and there's even some kind of ooze dripping down from the teeth. As a fan of the helmet collection, I'll definitely be picking this one up, and I think it'll look really nice next to the Carnage one, which is the last set that's coming out for spring. If you want to check out any of these sets or support the channel by picking up the new Spider-Man minifigure accessory pack, I've left links in the description below. And speaking of Marvel, thanks to 1414 Falcon Fan on Instagram, we've got more Marvel news about the upcoming summer sets. We've talked about a lot of the sets coming up for the Infinity Saga wave, and a couple of them will be coming with a new version of Black Panther. And according to rumors, it looks like we're going to be getting a new version of the character in this purple glowing suit. And I think it'll be great to get another version of the character, especially with these details. Another set we talked about was the large-scale direct-to-consumer Spider-Man Daily Bugle. And while in last video I mentioned that we're going to be getting Daredevil and the Punisher as minifigures, but the latest rumors indicate that we're also going to be getting Black Cat. The versions you see here are from the LEGO Marvel video games, but we've never gotten this character as an official minifigure, and this one feels super overdue to me. And I also wonder what other long-awaited figures we could be getting. And speaking of long-awaited things, the team over at TT Games has announced that the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video game will not be making its spring release. And this is super upsetting to fans, as this game was originally scheduled to come out in 2020. News about the game has been few and far between, as it's seen multiple delays, leaving many of us who are excited about the game a bit confused. The game received a trailer, was shown off at E3. We even got tie-in LEGO sets where you can unlock the vehicles in the game, not to mention details about the deluxe edition and pre-orders. The team over at TT Games does a really nice job, so I have to imagine if they need more time, it's for good reason. And it hopefully means we're going to get an even better game. And with all these delays, it's starting to feel like LEGO Star Wars is the new Cyberpunk 2077, but we'll have to wait and see for more. And speaking of delays, it looks like the Minions Rise of Gru movie is now being delayed to summer 2022. Many LEGO sets over this crazy last year have been really impacted by the delay of movie releases. And while 2 sets from this movie were released initially, many were wondering when we would finally get the release of the final 3 sets for the film. But the good news is, while the movie's being delayed to 2022, the sets will be finally coming out on April 26th this year. I'm most looking forward to the Kung Fu Battle set, but even the 4+ sets feature some nice characters and some really good prints. And if you want to pick up these sets when they come out, or any of the 2 sets that are available now and support the channel, there's links in the description below. Next up in LEGO and Adidas news, while we've gotten shoes and other clothing items from their collaboration, according to TalkBricks, we're also going to be getting a buildable set of the Superstar shoe. This brick-built replica is supposed to be mostly life-size, contains 731 pieces and actual laces, and it's rumored to come packaged in the iconic blue striped box, which should make this a pretty interesting set. But they're also collaborating on another shoe, the Adidas Ultraboost DNA Cross Lego plates, where you can use the included 2x2 Lego plates to fill in the iconic Adidas 3 stripes. And I personally think it's cool how these shoes can be customized, because they can either be really colorful or more subdued, but still with some great Lego details. And they might also have a more universal design than those colorful ZX shoes. While the shoes will release on the 6th in the UK, there's no US release date yet, so we'll have to stay tuned. And speaking of staying tuned, this week we were supposed to get a VIP set to go along with the NASA Space Shuttle Discovery release, which would have been this recently revealed NASA Ulysses space probe set. But we got word this week that this reward would sadly be delayed. The build for the space probe looks really nice, though I think those yellow details would look even better in metallic gold. But I love that it comes with a display stand and would make a nice addition to that new set. So I definitely recommend you keep your eyes peeled for when this one drops, because you won't want to miss it like the recent Space Coin drop, which is already sold out. And if you want to pick up the Space Shuttle set and support the channel, there's a link in the description below. And speaking of the Space Shuttle, it was the headlining item on the April store calendar for this year. And with all the amazing March promos, April's a little lackluster, as they're highlighting last month's promotions that go through the 5th for the free Easter Bunny Carrot House or the Easter Chick Polybag sets that come with your purchases. And you know their promo starts on the 26th, which is that free LEGO Dots mini frame polybag with purchases over $35 that we got previously. But the good news is we have 3 more projects to break down from LEGO Ideas that hit 10,000 supporters on the platform. First up, we've got Snow White and the 7 Dwarves, and it's a really nice depiction of the dwarves' cottage. The design here is a nice, bright, colorful update to the original submission, which also hit 10,000 supporters. I was a huge fan of the original project, and now that it's getting a second chance, I really hope that we'll see some Snow White in LEGO form. And in addition to this project making a great display piece, the full interior would make it a lot of fun for people to play out the scenes inside, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed for this one. Next up, we've got The Princess Bride, The Gilder Frontier. Straight out of the 1987 classic movie The Princess Bride, this project aims to recreate many of the iconic scenes, from the classic duels to the journey through the fire swamp. The build features some nice texturing and detail, all crammed into this small circular display, which really makes the most out of a little amount of pieces. Tons of people grew up on this movie and really love it, so I know a lot of people would love to get this one as a set. Next up, we've got Tutankhamun. This is a smaller build of a much larger mock from the community, and the build depicts the mask of Tutankhamun with really nice blue and gold pieces. The design is nice, and I think it would make a wonderful display piece, almost like it belongs in that helmet collection. But as always, we'll have to wait and see which project gets picked. Next up, today marks the final four in the LEGO Minifigure Madness tournament for Star Wars, where over the last few weeks on Twitter, fans have been voting for their favorite Star Wars minifigures from 4 regions. It's now down to Yoda from the light side region versus R2-D2 from the droid region, and the Mandalorian from the allies and adversaries region taking on Darth Vader from the dark side region. The competition's definitely heating up, and if you want to get your vote in, I've left a link in the description below. Next up, for April Fools this year, LEGO decided to introduce an all-new fake product, SmartBricks, which were meant to take on the challenge of stepping on a dreaded LEGO brick, where when your foot approaches one of these new SmartBricks, they magically float out of the way so you can land your foot safely without ever having to hurt yourself. And while this was pretty funny, sadly, this was just an April Fool's joke. So there you have it, folks. That was this week in bonus LEGO news, and the hits just don't stop coming from LEGO this year. I'm so excited for all these amazing spring superhero releases, but that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface with everything coming for the summer from superheroes, Star Wars, and more. And I don't know if it's just me, but it really feels like 2021 is a huge step up from LEGO this year, and I just can't wait for everything coming. Be sure to leave this video a thumbs up down below as it really helps the channel, and don't forget to subscribe because I'll be back next Saturday with even more LEGO news. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think about all the stories? And which one are you most excited about? And now we've got this week's giveaway winner. Congratulations! And be sure to email me from the About page on my channel so we can coordinate about the prize. And if you want to enter this week's round, just leave me a comment about this week's news. You must be a subscriber to win. And definitely turn on notifications to find out when my next video is posted, because I'll be announcing the winners at the end of some of the videos. That's all the time we've got for today. Thanks, and have a good one! Hey guys, Michael here. Click to watch last week's video featuring tons of news about LEGO Marvel, Frozen, Harry Potter, and more, and don't forget to subscribe.